Mm, mm. I'm holding the sunlight in a jar of glass, watching the moments as they slowly pass. I know that the morning is coming too soon to take away the magic of our velvet moon. You're a beautiful song that I'm learning to lose, the hardest kind of path that I didn't choose. I'm tracing your shadow on the bedroom wall, knowing that eventually the shadow will fall. You're a butterfly resting on the palm of my hand, a city of dreams built on shifting sand. I'm memorizing the way that you say my name before the fire turns back to a flame. The clock is a thief and the wind is a ghost, losing the thing that I treasure the most, watching you fade on the edge of the coast. Oh, it's a love I can't keep, even when I'm asleep. A secret so shallow and the hollow so deep. I'm reaching for stars that belong to the sky, with a hello that sounds like a long distance sigh. Beautiful and broken and so hard to sleep, knowing it's a love I can't keep. I'm not trying to fix it, I'm not trying to stay, I'm just enjoying the light at the end of the day, before the blue turns into the gray and you drift so slowly away. Oh, it's a love I can't keep, even when I'm asleep. A secret so shallow and a hollow so deep. I'm reaching for stars that belong to the sky, with a hello that sounds like a long distance sigh. Beautiful and broken and so hard to sleep, knowing it's a love I can't keep. Let it slip, let it slip, let it fly under the gold of the evening sky. A love I can't keep. I'm losing my edges, I'm losing my shape. There's no more border and there's no escape. I look in the mirror, but I see your eyes, a slow motion blur under velvet skies. The things that I loved are beginning to dim, like a distant horizon reaching the rim. Your rhythm is mine and your breath is my air. I'm finding your shadows in the clothes that I wear. I talk like you do and I walk in your pace, searching for me in the lines of your face. A beautiful drowning in a sea of your soul, losing the parts that once made me whole. The colors are bleeding, the outlines are gone, like a midnight moon meeting the dawn. Just a whisper of me carrying on. Oh, I'm fading into you like a drop in the blue. Nothing is left that's entirely true. I'm melting away in the heat of your light, a ghost of myself in the middle of the night. Soft and so slow, what else can I do when I'm fading into you? Fading into you. I'm not afraid, I'm just becoming, still surrendering to the power of your will. Where do I end and where do you begin? I'm under your spell and I'm under your skin. Oh, I'm fading into you like a drop in the blue. Nothing is left that's entirely true. Melting away in the heat of your light, that ghost of myself in the middle of the night. Soft and so slow, what else can I do when I'm fading into you? Fading into you, becoming the same, becoming the mist. Your name on my lips like a long forgotten kiss. Fading into you. The first time was hard, the first time was loud, like a sudden storm from a summer cloud. You walked out the door and you took the light, leaving me here in the middle of the night. I cried for the touch, I cried for the skin, waiting for the day you'd come back again. But the second time is a quiet kind of cold, like a silver thread that's beginning to unfold. I looked at your picture and I couldn't hear your voice. The silence is heavy and I don't have a choice. Your face is a blur in the back of my mind. The hardest kind of leaving is the one I can't find. One loss was the body, one loss is the ghost, losing the thing that I needed the most. Watching you vanish like smoke on the coast. Oh, I lost you twice. to the road and once to the weight of the memories I hold. The first was a goodbye, the second is a fade. Watching the light slip into the shade. Double the hollow, double the blue. Oh, I lost you twice when I lost the thought of you. I'm reaching for shadows that don't ever shade, looking for a door, looking for an escape. But how can I find you if I can't recall the way that you looked before the big fall? Oh, I lost you twice. I lost you twice. Once to the road, once to the road, and once to the weight of the memories I hold. The first was a goodbye, the second is a fade. Watching the light slip into the shade. Double the hollow, double the blue. Oh, I lost you twice when I lost the thought of you. First the heart, then the mind. Nothing left to find. Lost you twice. Lost you. Twice. The walls are the same shade of cream, but they're holding a broken dream. I'm touching the velvet of your empty chair, and for a second I feel you there. It's like looking through glass that's frozen and thick, while the clock on the wall has a hollower tick. I drank from the cup that you used to hold, but the flavor is gone and the water is cold. I still hear the echo of your laugh in the hall, like a shadow of light that refuses to fall. The scent of the rain on the sidewalk stone just reminds me of how I'm standing alone. The silence is loud, the silence is deep. It's a secret of ours that I'm trying to keep. Watching the ghost while the world is asleep. Oh, I still hear you in the quietest part of a hollow room and a heavy heart. You're the song in the wind, you're the ghost in the flame, a beautiful shape without a name. The pulse is gone and the air is wrong, but I still hear you in the middle of the song. I'm a ghost in my skin, I'm a ghost in my street, watching the world from a distance so sweet. But I can't reach out and I can't feel the heat. The ending is here and the loss is complete. I still hear you in the quietest part of a hollow room and a heavy heart. You're the song in the wind, you're the ghost in the flame, a beautiful shape without a name. The pulse is gone and the air is wrong, but I still hear you in the middle of the song. Still hear your breath softly, softly The ink is dry on the final line. I'm doing okay, I'm doing just fine. I've seen this movie 1,000 times before. The packing of bags, the closing of the door. No sudden thunder, no dramatic rain, just a slow motion blurring of a familiar pain. I'm washing the dishes and I'm making the bed, cleaning the echoes out of my head. You were a chapter in a very long book that I'm closing now without a second look. The sun is still rising in a pale shade of gold. Another young story that's already old. The bridge didn't burn, it just drifted away into the mist of a Saturday. Nothing to fix and nothing to say. Oh, it's just another goodbye under a wide open sky. No need to wonder and no need to cry. The heart is a traveler that's seen too much, losing the magic in every touch. It's not an ending, it's just a sigh, just another goodbye. I'm not holding a grudge, I'm not holding a lie, just letting the silence swallow the night. The space where you stood is easy to fill with the sound of the wind on the windowsill. It's just another goodbye under a wide open sky. No need to wonder and no need to cry. The heart is a traveler that's seen too much, losing the magic in every touch. It's not an ending, it's just a sigh, just another goodbye. One more turn, one more page, leaving the stage at a quiet age. Just another goodbye. The morning comes in shades of grey. You never were the kind to stay. A house of glass where shadows bend, waiting for the road that has to end. You brought the light, but took the heat, leaving only the sound of my feet. The seasons turn without a word, the quietest song I've ever heard. You move like clouds across the pane, falling down but never rain. I try to hold the empty air, looking for roots that weren't there. It wasn't a fire, it wasn't a spark, just a little bit of light before the dark. A beautiful guest who left no mark. Oh, it's a love that never stayed, a debt of time that's already paid. You were the wind and I promised long goodbye. Love that never stayed. Moving on, moving out, without a fear, without a doubt. Love that never stayed. Love that never stayed. I rearranged the furniture of my soul, trying to find a way to make us whole. I changed the colors and I changed the light to be the version that you wanted at night. But the more I gave, the more you seemed to need a hollow heart that I could never feed. I became a map with no place to go, moving in circles in a tide so slow. A script was written for an empty room, a garden of love that refused to bloom. I was a shadow following your feet, but even my presence was never complete. The bar was too high and the road was too long. I was the singer but never the song, just a whisper where a shout should belong. Oh, I was never enough, no matter the cost, counting the dreams and the years that I lost. I was the ocean but you wanted the sky. No matter how hard I try and I try, a beautiful story that ended too rough. Because for you I was never enough. The silence is heavy but the truth is clear. I'm finding the peace in the lack of the fear. I'm finally done with the trying and the pain, washing myself in the evening sky. No matter how hard I try and I try, a beautiful story that ended too rough. Because for you I was never enough. I'm letting go, I'm finally free. Enough for myself is enough for me. Never enough. I saw your shadow on the street today. A stranger's walk that took my breath away. The calendar is moving, the pages are thin, but I'm still living where the ending begins. I've changed the sheets and I've changed the lock, but I can't stop the ticking of the lonely clock. I went to the place where we used to go to see if the magic was still in the show, but the coffee was bitter and the air was too cold. A story of us that is getting too old. I tell my friends that I'm doing just fine while I'm tracing your name in a glass of wine. The world is turning, but I'm standing still like a frozen tree on a winter hill. Just a heart that's waiting against its will. Oh, I'm still not over you after all we've been through, searching for the gray in the world of blue. I'm holding the ghost of a hand in the dark, looking for the fire from the dying spark. The more I move on, the more I stay true to the memory of us. I'm still not over you. I'm still not over you. I'm not crying anymore, I'm just blue, looking for a version of me without you. But every road leads back to the very start, to the broken pieces of a heavy heart. Oh, I'm still not over you after all we've been through, searching for the gray in the world of blue. I'm holding the ghost of a hand in the dark, looking for the fire from a dying spark. The more I move on, the more I stay true to the memory of us. I'm still not over you. Not yet, not now. I'll forget, I don't know how. Still not over you. The candle is flickering down to the wick. The clock on the wall has a softer tick. We've run out of words and we've run out of ways to lengthen the nights and to brighten the days. There's no more fire, just a little smoke. The final line of the words we spoke. I'm looking at you across the room, like a flower that's lost its winter bloom. We're not fighting anymore, we're just still surrendering to the autumn's will. The luggage is packed by the bedroom door. We don't belong to this house anymore. It's a quiet goodbye with no heavy rain, a slow release of a hollow pain, watching the light slip down the drain. Oh, it's the end of us, and it's okay. The sun is setting at the end of the day. No more heavy and no more blue, just a memory of me and you. We're turning to dust, we're turning to gold. A beautiful story that's finally been told. The end of us. forget the best version of us that we ever had. But the bridge is gone and the river is wide, with nothing left on the other side. Oh, it's the end of us, and it's okay. The sun is setting at the end of the day. No more heavy and no more blue, just a memory of me and you. We're turning to dust, we're turning to gold. A beautiful story that's finally been told. The end of us, let it go, let it be. You are you, and I am me. The end of us. The rain was a whisper against the glass, watching the hours slowly pass. The headlights faded on the wet concrete, leaving the silence bitter and sweet. I stood by the window and I held my breath, like a quiet room at the edge of death. The keys on the counter looked so small. The shadow of you was still on the wall. I didn't turn on the kitchen light, I didn't want to disturb the night. The scent of your coat was still in the air, a ghost of a person who used to be there. The streetlights were blinking in a velvet blue. Everything shifted and everything grew into a version of a world without you. Oh, the night you left was a silent song, where the shadows are short and the nights are long. No more heavy words, no more heavy tears, just the ringing of silence in my lonely ears. The world didn't end, it just turned to stone on the night you left and I was alone. I watched the moon slip behind a cloud. The silence was heavy, the silence was loud. I'm not looking for reasons, I'm not looking for why, just watching the starlight bleed out of the sky. Was a silent song, where the shadows are short and the nights are long. No more heavy words, no more heavy tears, just the ringing of silence in my lonely ears. The world inside, nowhere for us to run and hide. I check the dust on the windowsill. The world is moving, but we're standing still, like a page from a book that was never bound. We're a secret whisper with no one around. I walked through the house and I called your name, but the echo was different, it wasn't the same. There are no footprints on the garden path, no sound of your voice, no sound of your laugh. We're a ghost of a dream that the morning missed. In a world of light, we don't exist. The clock is ticking, but the hands are gone, waiting for a day that'll never dawn. Just a shadow of two in a velvet blue. Oh, we don't exist, we're just a mist, a promise of love that was never kissed. The air is empty and the space is wide, with nothing to show and nothing to hide. Just a flicker of light that the night is dismissed. We don't exist, no, we don't exist. If I reach for your hand, will I feel the skin? Or will the nothingness begin to win? We're a beautiful lie that we told ourselves, like broken dolls on the dusty shelves. Just a mist, a promise of love that was never kissed. The air is empty and the space is wide, with nothing to show and nothing to hide. Just a flicker of light that the night is dismissed. We don't exist, we don't exist. Not a trace, not a sign, your heart and mine. We don't exist. There was no lightning, there was no thunder, just a slow motion pulling of the world out from under. You didn't raise your voice, you didn't slam the door, you just stopped looking at me like you did before. A little less warmth in the morning light, a little more distance in the middle of the night. It was in the way you didn't say my name, how every soft touch didn't feel the same. Like a glass in the sun with a tiny hidden crack that spreads in the silence and never goes back. I was crumbling down while I stood so still, surrendering slow to your changing will. No heavy crashes, no violent sound, just a lot of pieces covering the ground. Watching the tower coming gently down. Oh, you broke me quietly so I couldn't hear. cry when the heart is broken, but the eyes are dry. Because how can I scream when there's no one to blame? When you left me here, but you stayed the same. Inside of me, not a word, not a sigh, just a light leaving the sky. Broke me quietly. Coffee's gone cold in the favorite mug, a lingering scent on the living room rug. I'm sitting in the corner where the light is dim, watching the shadows reach over the rim. You took the keys and you took the sound. Now there's nothing but silence all around. I looked at the map where we wanted to go, but the roads are all buried in the winter snow. The TV is on, but the screen is just gray, like a ghost of a world that's moved away. I'm a pilotless ship in a breathless sea, just the memory of you staying with me. The walls are too high and the floor is too wide, with no one to talk to on the inside. I'm just a secret with nowhere to hide. Oh, you left me here in the hollow light to navigate the stars in the middle of the night. The world keeps moving, but I'm standing still, like a lonely house on a silent hill. No more hello, and no more dear. You left me here, you left me here. I'm not calling your name, I'm not making a scene, just wondering what it all was to me. The space you occupied is a heavy weight, a beautiful love that arrived too late.